Now, the second item of the PPP program that makes lenders nervous and struggle to fund loans are basically the standards of normal commercial underwriting, commercial loan underwriting. There's usually five criteria that we use. We call them the 5 C's of credit. The first one I'm just going to talk about right now is collateral. Usually when I make a commercial loan to somebody, I like to have some collateral. Usually might be a piece of equipment, might be real estate, who knows. I like to have it collateral. Well, these loans are completely unsecured, and some of them are pushing over $1 million. So to have a $1 million unsecured loan can make me nervous. So that's one of the issues that you have to deal with. It's outside of the norms. The second area is capital. Usually, one of the reason the federal government made this program available is because people were lacking capital, or because their business is not operating, they're losing funds. So, they don't have the funds to make things operate and work. So that makes me a little bit nervous. But again, we're doing this loan not because, hey, this business is thriving at the moment. We're doing it because they were thriving, and now they're shut down and struggling because of the current situation that we're in. The next thing I would look at is capacity. It kind of goes along with capital, but capacity is more talking about making money. That's talking about, I'm in operation, I'm generating sales, I'm having revenue, money's coming in the door, and I have the ability to repay a loan. Well, right now, again, people aren't having money coming in the door. Some businesses are opening and have some type of operation, but others are not, or they're completely shut down. So that's the third C. So we talked about collateral, we talked about capital, we talked about capacity to repay the loan. Another thing I definitely look at, which is an issue with loans, is character. What's your business's reputation for repaying loans or other debts on time? Could come from a credit score, could come from our current existing experience. That's not necessarily going to deny you for this program, but it would require additional due diligence, because we want to make sure that you're going to live up to the terms of this loan. A lot of lenders after the fact are going to have to get back with their borrowers and find out, hey, how did you use this money, and what documentation do you have to show that you can prove that you used the money on payroll, so you can get this 100% forgiven. So that becomes a critical issue for any lender, and it still applies in this environment. And then the fifth C, is condition. What's going on in the news? What's going on in the current market? Is your business looking like it's in a marketplace that's expanding? Well, right now, before this crisis happened, everything was looking up in our marketplace, but right now it's the exact opposite for the moment. So there's a lot of different things that we look at when we're trying to underwrite and approve a commercial loan, and at the moment, most of those items are not looking very good, because we're approving them for an unsecured loan, no personal guarantee. It's just to the business. So we're relying on actually their character, their goodwill, their integrity, and the federal government to make sure these loans get repaid.